But they're not seeing anything jumping around now.
Alright.
Ready? You want to start?
Yeah. Either way, it's recording locally. If it's lagging, we apologize. We're sorry. We are complete, as our friend Seeger likes to say, we're complete noobs,
Nubbing it up.
whatever you want to call it. So hopefully over time, these podcasts will get a little bit better. This is the start of it all. So
We're kind of learning as we go.
other than that, once this whole thing's recorded, we're recording it locally. We'll grab up that raw footage. We'll pack in a nice little package and put it on YouTube.
And it'll look real pretty.
Yeah, we'll let all y'all know. So anyways, other than that, we gotta go ahead and get this thing started. So apologies everybody if it's lagging and you're not able to understand anything. Okay, cool. Hopefully if you're watching this on the site, I apologize. Been real busy with work and everything. I didn't expect the site to kind of take a big poop. Kind of sucks, but at the same time, if you go over to Twitch and watch us there, I think you can do a link in the video player. Click the little Twitch icon at the bottom. If you're joining us from Facebook and whatnot, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, we're doing our, what are we calling this? The Pre-Con Prepcast, right?
Right.
Pre-Con Prepcast. We're going to go over a few things with y'all. Getting ready for the con. We're really excited about it. Geek'd Con 2016 in Shreveport, Louisiana. It's going to be downtown at the the Shreveport Convention Center, which is on 400 Caddo Street. As I said, downtown Shreveport. If you want to get in, they're going to be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday is for just the day. It's $5. It's open from 6 to 9. Saturday and Sunday, it's $15 for a one-day pass for either Saturday or Sunday. And if you want to get a weekend pass, it's only $20. So it's really not even that much. I'm getting the weekend pass. I know you're getting the weekend pass.
You're tripping me out right now. You're talking like Sonic, and I love it.
Flash is my favorite.
Right, I was gonna say. Brow! Gotta go fast.
Okay, let me slow it down.
And it's completely fine because there's a lot of information to cover.
Yeah, a whole lot.
So we really don't want to bore you and just start spitting out a bunch of stuff or whatever like that. But yeah, he just broke down all the cost of it all, the date, downtown Hilton.
Yep.
Okay.
What? Hilton? No, Shreveport Convention Center.
It's the Hilton.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. Anyways, so moving on, we're going to go ahead and just give you a quick synopsis of what we're going to be covering. We're going to be going through like the guest. Probably not going to spend that much time on it.
Yeah, we got guest stars. There's also a cosplay contest. We got a list of cosplay rules that we're going to go over with, so everybody's on the same page about that.
Okay.
And then we went ahead and checked out a little weather forecast because the weather's been kind of bad lately.
Right.
So we want to keep y'all updated about that and make sure y'all are prepared.
Right.
So without further ado, let's go ahead and start off with some guests. We have quite a long list of guests, some of which I'm pretty excited about, some of which I honestly don't really know them that well, but I still think it's cool. You know, this is the second year for a Geek'd Con here in Shreveport, so it's slowly building steam. Last year was a huge hit, and I think it's just going to keep getting bigger. We just need everybody's support to make it bigger. Well, let's start off with the guests. We have Cassandra Peterson. She played Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. She's going to be there signing autographs and all that good stuff. Tara Reid, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of these names, but I'm doing my best, okay? She was in Sharknado, Big Lebowski, and American Pie. Looking at some pictures of her, she's pretty hot.
I think she's in Van Wilder too. She's all right. She's one of those.
I think she was in Van Wilder.
She's one of those actresses that kind of got their start just because they look good and whatnot, but because their acting skills, they didn't really get that far. The funny thing, thinking about those two right there, Elvira is like the old school hottie.
Oh yeah. She's
back in the day and whatnot. Yeah. Well, those aren't going away.
No.
They might look different.
Plastic is forever.
But so all of the hardcore older fans might be interested in going and seeing her and whatnot. And then the younger guys, or like that probably can't even talk to women, will sit there and maybe see Tara Reid from like across the way and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. You get a really good camera, you might be able to take a picture of some cleavage.
Something, whatever. Moving on, George Perez. That's going to be a comic book artist. He created the new Teen Titans and the Infinity Gauntlet.
Hey, look, I'm supposed to be the Flash. All right, so let's slow it down here.
Keep me in check.
There we go.
Please.
Continue.
Alright. And then we also have, oh my god, dude, I can't even read your handwriting, man.
It is Kathy Najimy. I think that's a word. I think that's the way you pronounce it. It's Najimy. Najimy, I don't know, but I recognized her picture. She was the main bad witch in Hocus Pocus.
Oh, yeah.
She was also in Sister Act 1 and 2. She was in King of the Hill. I think she was in a couple other things. I didn't write them down, though.
Right.
But then, one guy that I'm kind of excited about is Pruitt Taylor Vince. He's doing $30 autographs. I might end up getting one of those. But he was in Constantine, The Walking Dead, Heroes Reborn. He was the guy that was like penny for your thoughts, and then when you pick up the penny, your memory is all gone. I just thought that was really clever.
Yeah.
X-Files and True Blood. Then we got a WWE superstar,
John
Hennigan. WWE superstar John Morrison, I guess is his stage name.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never
We're
really
not
been all
big
that
wrestling
into
fans,
WWE.
so all of our wrestling fans, I mean, I'm sorry, you can leave the stream right now if we hurt your feelings.
If it's any consolation, I watched it in middle school.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was big, dude.
Yeah.
DDP, Diamond
Dallas
Cutter.
Page.
Oh, that was it when I was younger, man.
Oh yeah. All right, we also got
Oh yeah, now this is the one I'm looking forward to. Bill O. I like how I say I'm looking forward to it, and I can't even say his name. Bill O'Halloran. That guy right there is from Clerks.
And Clerks 2.
Clerks 2, and that's it. I mean, I think he was in other stuff like Dogma and whatnot, and Jay and Silent Bob. He was like had a bunch of other cameos.
Mallrats.
Mulder. But he's more of like a cult, classic kind of actor and whatnot. Very true to his character. A lot of people are probably gonna be lined up to see him. Great guy.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go ahead and, let's see, move on down. The list goes on.
Wait, there's a couple of ones that I wanted to
I'm ready to keep going. I'm ready to start talking about costumes.
Okay, hang on.
All right, whatever.
For all of you Dragon Ball Z fans out there, we have some Dragon Ball Z voice actors that are going to be there. Josh Martin, he's the guy that did Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z. And then we also got Chris Rager, who did Hercule in Dragon Ball Z. And I think he was also somebody in Attack on Titan. But I don't
spark my interest now.
Recognize. But I'm really excited to see that. That's going to be cool. I kind of just want to hear him talk like Hercule. It's just
Hercule?
It always cracked me up.
What about Boo?
Well, Boo is cool too, but...
Right. I was always a fan. Hercule is pretty great. The fact that he always thinks that he can actually defeat the villain.
Oh yeah. That's why I loved him so much.
And the only time he's hiding behind rocks and whatnot.
Yeah,
But yet he's there to take the credit at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
That's right. All right, there's going to be a costume contest for cosplayers. I'm going to be wearing my cosplay on Saturday. That's when it's taking place, Saturday at 4 o'clock. I'll be wearing my costumes all weekend. I got 2 different ones. I'm going to wear one on Friday and on Sunday, and then I got another one that I'm going to be wearing on Saturday.
Wait, you're doing all 3? I thought you were just doing 2.
No, I'm doing the same one on Monday and Sunday.
Friday and Sunday?
Yes.
I mean, you can dress up on Monday. It's a free country.
I'm going to go to work like that.
There you go. I think you should keep that one a secret, though. But Saturday, we will be walking around together as Joker and Scarecrow. People will recognize him. People just think that I'm the Sandman or something, as always. But anyways, we'll be sweating it up in our costumes and whatnot. We'll have like a little group walking around the convention, checking everything out and whatnot, talking to people. But one cool thing we're going to be doing is that if you want to take a picture with us, mainly probably just him because his costume is legit. It's awesome. But if you want to take a picture with us, that's completely fine. Go ahead. You can use your camera phones and whatnot, but we'll be walking around with a Nokia Canon Rebel, and we'll be walking around with like a nice camera, and we'll also take a picture of you with us and
post it up on our site.
Post up on the site, post up on the Facebook. Just give us your name and whatnot, and we'll go ahead and make sure that you're included, so you can be sure to go ahead and find it and whatnot. So that's a little thing. to kind of like spread the knowledge or spread the know of Port City games.
Okay, quit hogging the hammer now, okay?
I'm Thor, man. I'm Thor. So one thing about cosplay, there are some rules. Okay?
Yeah.
Number one, before we even started, I hate to say it, but it makes sense. If you have a weapon, just go ahead and leave it at home.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
We'll cover it.
Yeah, I mean, you go ahead and start going with the rules, but I'm just saying that right now.
All of this stuff that's been going on in the world lately, how it's all messed up, they don't want to take any chances. I guess I can't really blame them. It kind of sucks. It really does. I wish that I could bring a katana in there or, bring something like an airsoft gun that's not loaded.
Right.
But have it look like a good prop. But if you have any realistic looking weapons whatsoever, even if it's a Nerf gun that you painted black and it looks like a Nerf gun, they're going to say no, and they're going to take it away from you.
Doesn't matter if you're Deadpool, great movie. They don't care. Punisher, great. And Daredevil, they don't care. Doesn't matter. Whatever gun it is, whatever weapon it is, I don't know. You just can't do it.
They're not doing the tag, zip tie, or anything like that. There's going to be no exceptions.
Yeah, no little orange tips on the top of your gun, stuff like that. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even bring it because you're going to have to leave it or go put it back in your car. Forget about it.
Yeah. Another thing that they wanted us to that they want you to stress or to know,
right,
is this is a family event, y'all. So let's not go too crazy. Let's keep it with like a PG, maybe at the most a PG-13 mentality.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of little kids running around, and we want to make sure that they have a good experience as well.
Right.
We don't want to scare off all kids.
And that makes sense in the end. You know what I'm saying? It's like a large portion of the community is going to be the younger crowd, right?
It's supposed to be fun for all ages,
Correct.
not just for us. We can't be greedy here.
Right. And so the cool thing is that there's actually probably statistically more younger kids than older people.
Yeah, more than likely.
You know what I'm saying? So the more that we get them in there, you know what I'm saying, get them started early, all right, on the nerdcore drugs, and then next year they develop habits and stuff like that, they get socially awkward and whatnot, and then there you go. You got the cream of the crop right there.
Got to hook them when they're young.
There you go. Then they start coming, starts filling up the cons, you get more people coming. All right, there you go.
One of the other things that I did see on their site, now Dustin was just talking about this a second ago. We, of course, would love it if everyone wanted to come and show us their cosplay, let us take a picture of them, come and take a picture with us. Right. I'm happy to do that. I eat that up. But they did say on their site, to ask before photographing other cosplayers. Because you never know, there might be, for some strange reason, one person that wants to dress up but doesn't want anybody to take their picture.
Yeah.
That doesn't really make sense to me, but, let's be respectful.
Well, I will say this. With the whole respect thing, that's pretty much my whole synopsis of what I'm trying to say is that, if they're going to go out of their way to, create these great costumes and to put on these characters and stuff like that, the least you can do is say a few words, give them eye contact, and go, may I take a picture? I don't want to be in the picture, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might ruin the picture, but at the same time, like, may I please have a photo?
And, well, also, just doing that, it's probably going to be even better, because if you take a picture while they're just walking around, you're going to get some kind of a blurry shot, or they're not going to be doing anything. And if you ask them to take a picture, they're probably going to strike a pose. I know I will. So then you might get an even better picture.
We're checking on the chats as we covered up the phone and whatnot. So if we're blowing up right now, I don't know. What does everyone say?
It's only plastic.
Okay. All right. Okay. Whatever. If anyone has any questions or any comments or whatever like that, depending on how the stream's going, please just let us know right now. Keep going.
Another thing. No fake blood or glitter. I love the no glitter thing. That's wonderful to me. But no fake blood either. They don't want anything dripping around on the stage. No fog machines, vapes, or anything like that. You can't bring anything like that. It's not allowed in the costume contest, and they don't even want it walking around in the con. It's anything that might, possibly damage some of the vendors' artwork while you're walking around. They don't want to get glitter all over their merchandise.
That is true.
And they don't want to get fake blood all over their prints.
Right.
That's just a waste of a print. So be considerate. Don't bring that kind of stuff. Also, wear shoes. They will kick you out if you are not wearing shoes.
Right.
No shirt, no shoes, no service.
There you go.
All right. If you're wearing something that looks official, like military uniform, police uniform, they wanna make sure that it's obviously a cosplay, because there are going to be real police officers there that are not cosplaying. They're doing their job.
I have an idea. So if you're going to go some kind of military thing, go and just cover yourself in blood and glitter. You know what I'm saying? So they'll know that you're not a part, and maybe take off your shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you just will never get in.
Yeah, and then you won't even have to worry about any of the problems. It'd be great.
But yeah, you show up like that, they're probably going to have a little chat with you.
Right.
I think that might be illegal, impersonating an officer.
Well, we're not going to do it, so I don't care.
Yeah,
it's not
too worried about it.
Anyways, moving on. What else we got?
Now, last and most certainly not least,
Zero.
They have a zero tolerance policy for cosplay bullying. I don't care whether or not you like the costume that somebody else is wearing. These people put in time and effort to wear this costume. So, again, let's be considerate and respectful and make sure that, you're not bullying anybody.
Yeah.
Don't be like, hey, your costume sucks, or hey, I hate your character, or anything like that. Don't go pulling on people's capes and then next thing you know, you've ripped up their costume.
I don't care if an older gentleman is in his 50s wearing a My Little Pony costume, all right? Do what I do. Just don't look at it, all right?
I'd probably take a picture of it.
As long as you ask.
Yes.
You have to have consent.
Ask first.
Have
Ask
consent.
first.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I think your name's Steve. I'm going to say your name's Steve. May I please take a picture? May I please take a picture of this to post it on some internet stuff to make fun of you? Is that all right? Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And I guess it's technically not cosplay bullying if you're making fun of them not at the con.
Oh, any info on vendors? Good question, Brandy. I think we're about to be... we're about to talk about the weather.
Yeah.
Screw that. We're going to talk about vendors. Do we have any info on vendors, Adam?
I did not get a lot of information on vendors. I know that there are going to be several comic book artists as well as indie artists that want to come over, that they're going to be there selling artwork, all sorts of artwork, as like every con that I've been to.
Right.
Like every single one.
I will say this, though. When it does come to the vendor stuff right now, we will be covering that. We're going to sit there and we're going to go to the convention all 3 days. Mm-hmm. And I think we're probably going to do like mini podcasts possibly after every single day. Just like a recap, even if it's 5 minutes. We will be posting stuff all throughout the con.
Yeah.
What vendors to look out for, the good ones, the bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will tell you this. I'm really hoping the root beer people are back.
Oh, yeah, that was really cool.
The root beer people, when you first get there, like we will let you know. Whoop! Or you can go to the website right now. Look and see the root beer people are going to be there. Mm-hmm. Great root beer. You can drink it all day. I think the last time we went,
it was a cool little mug for it too, right?
Wait. Oh, I just hit you in the mouth.
Yeah. No, sorry.
I think we're getting cons confused.
Yeah, are we? Am I thinking about New Orleans?
I think we're thinking about New Orleans.
Okay. Well, disregard all of that information.
See, this is why instead of
we need to stick to the script.
Instead of just branching off and going wild, this is what happens when two ADD kids try to sit there and wing a podcast. We unlock that. I'm gonna talk about the weather.
Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
So, as we all know, especially in the state of Louisiana, go and check that. See if you want to say anything. Here in Louisiana, we're kind of feeling like Noah right now. It just won't stop. And I'll take a shout out to all the people that are down south right now in Louisiana. Our hearts, thoughts, prayers go out to all your friends and families, loved ones that hopefully they're all safe and stuff. But if they're not, that sucks. And we hope that everything turns out for the better for them. I know I've come in contact with a couple people that have lost everything, and it really does suck. So times like this, it just really makes you just want to sit back and be thankful for what you do have and stuff. But at the same time, let's just keep positive thoughts on whatever we can do to help them out down south. But moving on, the weather is affecting us up here, and the weather's not going to stop for the convention. Doesn't matter how many people we're going to go, the weather's still going to happen. So, looking at the weather right now, there's going to be 50% chance of scattered showers tomorrow, okay, and thunderstorms during the afternoon, and then it's going to be slightly happening all throughout the evening. 50% afternoon thunderstorms on Saturday, so right prime time, right as it's starting to happen, there's probably going to be some thunderstorms, and then Sunday, 70%. Now, from all of our experience, usually it goes Saturday's the busiest by far.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's when everything's going on and whatnot. And
I'm going to get to your questions here in just a second.
And then Sunday, it's the second busiest, and then Friday is not busy at all. Friday is usually just people just want to check it out, try to get a scope of what's to expect, and get a game plan for the weekend.
Yeah.
So one good positive thing that I will say compared to me and I have been to a couple of conventions around here. So far, Geek'd Con impressed us the most last year with the lines waiting to actually get into the convention.
It was super quick.
There's a lot of covered area out there, so hopefully it might not be too bad. They'll get us in pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind. Instead of bringing a fake gun, bring an umbrella.
Yeah, definitely going to want to bring that umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay, I see we had a question over here. Y'all were talking about panels. I had a list right here of panels. On Saturday, there's going to be a few panels. There's going to be Tate Steinpsych talking about sci-fi's face-off and special events makeup. I'm pretty sure that he is a makeup guy. I mean, like, it kind of sounds like it. We also got the Pruitt Taylor Vince guy I really want to see. And Jennifer Lynn Warren and Azure Parsons are going to be filming in Louisiana. It's called Filming in Louisiana. That's at 1 o'clock. This is all on Saturday. 2 o'clock, Kathy Najimy, that one that I can't pronounce. She was the...
Hocus Pocus.
Yes, Hocus Pocus lady.
Hocus Pocus lady.
She's doing a Q&A session. And then Cosplay Chris.
How's Hocus Pocus?
Kimberly Dunaway and Crystal Star are going to be taking cosplay around the world. 4 o'clock is going to be the cosplay contest.
And they'll be signing up like all day. So they're like, as you get in, what I would say, rule of thumb, if you have a costume, just right when you first walk in, just beeline straight to where you're going to go ahead and like enter into the contest.
Try to get it first on the list.
And go ahead. That way, as the day goes on, because they're going to judge by your photograph. So as the day goes on, if something breaks, something gets snagged, someone hugs you, whatever like that, and they ruin your costume and whatnot, old grainy hug gets big old makeup stain on you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Get that out of the way. All right?
Yeah. There's also, like, for the costume contest, I was looking at a little bit of information on that, and they're saying that you're going to have... There is going to be stage time. So if you want to go up, you're going to have time. If you're a solo costume, you're going to have time to actually get up on stage, strike a pose, and then get your butt off stage. Because the next people have to go. There's probably going to be a lot of people.
Yes. I'm glad you brought that up.
But also... Well, hang on just a second.
No, keep going.
Also, if you're doing like couples, I think they said you're going to have 30 seconds to do whatever you need to do while you're on stage. And then you're going to get off stage because there's other people. And then with groups of 3 or more, I think they said they'll give you an extra 15 seconds, so like 45 seconds. But if you're on there for a minute, you're there way too long.
Yeah. And I understand, like, being on stage, like, you lose track of time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So easily.
And it can go back and forth. I'll tell you right now, as a viewer, I've seen many costume contests, and the biggest thing that gets me is when someone just walks out there, doesn't do a pose or anything, and just stands there. Then walks 5 feet, then just stands there. Then walks another 5 feet and just looks around, and then walks off the stage.
Yeah, that can be kind of entertaining. It sometimes takes a little while.
That is cringy.
The thing that cracks me up the most is when people are just so scared when they get on that stage. You just gotta lose your inhibitions. Look, you're just there to have fun. Yeah. Don't be so scared that when you get out on that stage, all you do is just walk straight to the other stairs so that you can get off stage. Like, I've seen a bunch of people do it, and I'm pretty sure nobody that I've ever seen do that has ever won a costume contest.
Yeah. Usually when they go out there, they go, I made a huge mistake, and they just, boom, I'm off the stage. Yeah, sure. Hey, wrapping up the events, or not the events, the panels and whatnot.
Events for Sunday?
Yeah. So we got on Sunday, we got Whose Con Is It Anyway, an improv comedy show. And then we also have a Raw Live podcast with John Henning, Morrison, a couple other people, and then Brian O'Haron. I assure you, it's a panel. That's the panel name.
Halloran.
Oh,
the clerk's guy.
Yeah. So, other than that, go back to the chat.
Let me check out y'all's questions again real quick. Whoa, we got a lot more questions.
Woo!
Okay. You think that we're gonna kick everyone's butt? Okay, awesome. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Hopefully you can get out there and clap for me whenever I get on stage, and maybe I'll actually win a costume contest. That would be so cool.
Everyone flocks to him. Seriously. I feel like what was it? Paul with Lennon or something like that. I don't know. Everyone always mistakes my Scarecrow. Maybe because I do the Scarecrow from Batman Begins with the whole sack on my head and whatnot. What?
Yes, Podcastitude. Of course Shreveport has podcasts now. It's us. We are providing a face for the Shreveport gaming community. It is called
Port City Games.
Thank you.
.com /Dr_Captain.
But that's enough.
Okay.
I'm your favorite Joker. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
His Joker is pretty spot on. He's actually been practicing his smile. Do it. He's been practicing his voice. Do it.
I love getting on stage and doing that. It's fun. I'm going to strike a pose. I'm going to act like a fool. And I don't know, I might fall down or something.
One year, I'm probably going to go as Harley Quinn and just rock the beard and everything like that.
He'd be a great Harley Quinn.
Mr. J!
You can call me Puddin' anytime you want.
Hey, Puddin'!
Anyways, also, I think, what else is going on that we need to talk about? Okay, so real quick, we're going to talk about the highs and the lows of the convention. One thing is that you need to bring water. Bring something to drink.
Stay hydrated.
Okay, stay hydrated. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. You're going to be running around. Bring water, something to drink. Bring a backpack. Have one guy that, that you kind of tag along and just give him all the stuff to carry or whatever, It's usually me. Make sure you wear comfortable shoes. Okay? That is one of the biggest things, as well as staying hydrated, is that you're going to be walking a lot. You're going to be standing a lot. And usually the people that kind of go to these things are not used to doing that kind of stuff, okay? So please wear comfortable shoes. You'll save your feet. You'll save your back. Another thing is have cash on you, all right? Go ahead and get some cash. Leave all your credit cards and everything like that, but just have a small amount of cash. Be like, this is what I'm spending. Because when it comes down to it, you're going to
go broke.
You're going to go broke. You're going to want to buy this. You're going to want to buy. There are ATMs there. But
if you do happen to be really rich and you want to bring a card and maybe buy us something, that would be okay too.
Sure.
I think we'd be alright with that. You know what? We'll actually frame it up and put it on the wall and we'll keep it in at least 40% of our podcasts.
Yeah. 40%? Nah, dude.
Okay, we'll go majority. We'll go 50 or 60.
Yeah. We'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Another thing is that you can also, here's a little thing, okay, or whatever like that, coming from a graphic artist and whatnot, you can haggle with a few of the artists, okay? I'm not saying try to, scam them. But at the same time, if they're selling something for $20 a pop, and you actually, and I've done this, you actually, only have $30 left, and you're actually genuine, and you're not trying to, like I said, screw them over or anything, and you start working with them and start actually showing interest in their artwork, then they'll be able to work with you. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit of, elbow rubbing, schmoozing, you might get a better deal. You never know. Be nice to everybody.
I said 2 for $30, not 2 for $40. Do I make myself clear?
That's how you do it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, work with them and be nice to them. Another thing is, if you're actually going to be walking down looking at artwork and whatnot, at least give them eye contact. At least give them a little nod. Be
yes.
I can't.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Anyways,
I was reading what Podcastitute said. You bring up a awesome point. Wear deodorant, please, everyone wear deodorant. It's gonna be crowded.
Brush your teeth. Alright? You're going to be bumping up against people left and right as you're walking. You'll be walking shoulder to shoulder, maneuvering your way through, okay, trying to get to your next location. You're going to be sweaty. Mm-hmm. You're going to be breathing or whatever. Another thing
we all have to breathe.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Well, when you get up next to somebody and you're taking a picture, you don't want them to be like...
So anyways, brush your teeth, wear deodorant, hand sanitizer. Get your little travel hand sanitizer like that, because when you're going to be going to the bathroom, you're going to be touching stuff. You're going to be picking stuff up, setting it back down. You're going to be shaking hands. You're going to be grabbing phones and taking pictures and whatnot. Stay clean, all right? Mm-hmm. It's just, that's your mom talking to you, all right?
Yep, thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I've never had a mom with
Mr. J!
Sorry, honestly.
But any other questions that y'all got for us? We're about to end the cast.
Here in a little bit.
Oh, here in a little bit.
I got some more stuff.
You still got some more? Okay, well, please enlighten me.
One thing, I was kind of hoping to do this at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't realize until halfway through is we'll give a little bit of backstory of our conventions. I think our very first convention ever. And I'm about to do it. I'm sorry.
Wait,
well, our very first convention we ever went to was to the New Orleans Comic-Con, and it was 3 years ago.
I think it was about 3 years ago. No, it might have been 4. No, I think it's 3. I don't know.
Anyways,
3 or 4 years ago.
We went to New Orleans. It was our very first convention ever.
What year did you get married?
We went to the convention. It all melts.
I hope your wife
together.
isn't watching this.
Yeah, I know. She's actually getting groceries. She'll watch this later.
Perfect.
No, it's 2 years ago. So it's 3 years ago. All right, so we went to the convention 3 years ago in New Orleans for my bachelor trip, and first convention ever. It was crazy, super packed. The cool thing is that it was worth it because I got to meet Stan Lee. All right.
You see how goofy he looks in that picture? And I'm not talking about Stan Lee.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was crazy. It was mind blowing. We've heard a lot of stuff, what to expect and everything, but it's kind of one of those things that you really can't fathom it until you're there. Now New Orleans is way bigger than what we're going to be having here, but eventually, hopefully, in the future, it can get bigger. But down to New Orleans, it was huge. There was lines everywhere. Like it was insane. All right, and there were convention halls that were just full of just panels going on. You couldn't do everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so over the years, once we had our our first bite. You about to? Is it something we need to address?
Yeah. Well, I was. Yes, Podcast Institute. It is Geek'd Con. We got a Miss Kitty Roars. She's from Cali. How do I apply for booth space at the convention next year? Website. I actually ended up getting something, getting some stuff, some paperwork to apply for a booth this year, and it kind of fell through. But I can link some of that on our Facebook page. Information for that on our Facebook page, right, as well as on our website. If you want to check it out, we'll post it up there later on tonight.
Okay. Very good question, because yes, we were trying to get a booth and it kind of fell through. We're planning on having one next year. So next year we're going to actually record the whole going through getting the booth, the pros and the cons and whatnot. We started learning a little cool stuff about the whole layout of it is that once you start thinking about it, it's like a marketplace, mm-hmm, and you're trying to sell stuff. So depending on what spot you get, it's going to cost more than other spots. Yeah. It makes sense. So during that convention, we studied a lot, and then our first big thing, or the next big thing that we encountered was Shreveport Bossier's Comic Con, and that was something fresh and new, and we got super excited about it. The crazy thing was everyone got excited about it. Except for the people that put it on didn't know. Like, they were like, oh yeah, it's just going to be this cool thing, whatever. And we got excited about it, but we didn't think it was going to be that big. We thought it was something, and we wanted to be there for the Genesis.
Oh yeah. And we waited in line for how long?
I think it was 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, in the cold rain.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We got there at 8. It opened at 10. We're going to get there at 8, get tickets, come back, and get a caravan of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Buy all their tickets.
Well, were you dressing up as somebody?
I was going to.
You were going, but you didn't?
I wasn't able to.
I remember I showed up in my Ezio Auditore outfit, and by the time I got in there, I was soaking wet.
Oh my goodness.
Freezing and soaking wet.
We were standing in line. We pull up, and my whole deal was that me and my wife were going to go as steampunk. She was at home putting on her costume, and I was going to get into mine. Her costume takes 2 to 3 hours, so actually I'll put together. He was in his Ezio costume in 5 minutes. He actually went to sleep with it on the night before.
Well, everything except the bracer.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't let that little thing hit you in the face while you're sleeping. I like to.
Yeah, that's worse than gum in your hair.
Yeah, it's painful.
So we get there, and we notice the convention center has a line going all the way around the building. Completely. So we start kind of getting freaked out. We start trying to think of a plan. Who's going to, stay here, get the other people, try to hold a spot in line. Maybe we just wait in line, get the tickets, go and come back, and it won't be that bad.
Mm-hmm.
We wait in line for 4 to 5 hours. It started to rain. Volunteers were telling us, hey, y'all probably going to have to leave. You probably won't be able to get in. Fire marshal has said that, we're at maximum capacity. As people leave, people are going to come in, and it doesn't look like you're going to be able to make it. Me and Adam, as we're standing in the rain, no umbrella, okay? We were just sitting there going, no, we're going to bear with it. And we did. We were able to get in. Barely.
There were so many people, unfortunately, that did not get in. The line ended up, when we saw the line wrapping around the building, that was actually the shortest that line ever got to be all day.
Right.
Now, don't fret, though, because at the Shreveport Convention Center, or what building? What did you say?
Bossier. Oh, you're talking about the Hilton?
Yeah.
Hilton Convention Center, downtown Shreveport.
Yeah. Last year, when we went to it, we got in line. I think we got there 20 or 30 minutes before it started, and we were in there 5 minutes after it started. The line just moved. It was awesome. Everything was super smooth. Even for people that didn't buy their tickets in advance and went and bought it at the window right then and there, they still got in really quick.
And I think a lot of that is on because they pretty much figured out where the other one went wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You got to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing was we were even hearing people speaking and talking about it at that convention that kind of went cruddy, but I mean, it was still great. You have to start somewhere. Sort of like, my website, how it's like, day one, crash, cool. Anyways, it's pretty crazy how, like, during that day, we heard people talking about how they're already scheduling Geek'd Con.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they were already like, this right here. Like, they looked around and big money symbols were on their eyes.
Oh, yeah, and the most, like, horrifying part of it was you're sitting there waiting in line for, like, 2 hours already, getting wet, and then some official guy is walking down the line saying, y'all probably aren't going to get in.
What'd you say, son?
We're like,
What'd you say?
No, we get in.
No, seriously, what'd you say? I can't hear you over the rain, alright? Whenever we got out later on that day, just to kind of wrap up that story, we stayed in, whenever we got out, it was like around 3 or 4 o'clock. LineCon.
I like that. That's good.
Whenever we got out, the line went all the way to Pierre Bossier Mall. It was insane.
Yeah. It was like, what is that, like 3/4 of a mile?
Probably.
Somewhere around there?
Probably.
It was ridiculous.
Okay,
hang on real quick.
Yep.
This is Dr. Captain. I'm Low Man FX. Some people were wondering in the chat.
Yeah.
Now we got you straight.
Yeah. Dustin, Dr. Captain, Adam, Little Adam, FX.
Little Man FX.
Let's get back. So after that was an anime convention. It's the same spot. It wasn't as big because it was strictly anime.
Yeah.
We still went and checked it out.
It was all right. We like anime stuff. We walked around for a little while, but
it was okay. It was all right. And then moving on, after that was the Geek'd Con. So that was convention number 4. It was pretty legit, pretty awesome. Then we went back to New Orleans.
Wait, are we offline right now?
Are we offline?
Well, it says live.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Are y'all seeing stuff still? Just let me know. Say it in the chat.
Alright, cool. So, then we went back to New Orleans. Back to New Orleans, crazy insane, super packed. Stanley wasn't there, unfortunately. I
got people saying no.
Yes.
Then I got people saying yes. Y'all are confusing me.
Awesome. That probably means that we need to wrap it up. My mouth's getting super dry from all this talking. I need something to drink, and we're at 40 minutes.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah, I know, it's fine. So just to wrap everything up, went to the New Orleans Comic Con a couple months ago. This will be our 5th con, so we're not new to it, but at the same time, we're not veterans or anything like that. But we do want to kind of pass on what we've learned.
Yeah, like we learn a little bit of information, pass it on down, pay it forward, and then next thing you know, all these little kids are going to be coming to it, are going to know everything, even more than us.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
That'd be great. I hope so. Little Timmy, please tell me more about conventions. But other than that, any last remarks or anything you want to say? Does anyone else want to ask about anything?
BlizzCon is BOCon.
BO. I can imagine like going to BlizzCon.
Some people are saying BlizzCon is great. I've never been to a BlizzCon. I think that it could be interesting, but I don't know if it's like Blizzard. Do they make you pay for like everything? Like if you got to go to the bathroom, do you have to buy a DLC? I don't know. That wasn't really that.
That wasn't funny.
But shut up.
Keep going.
All right,
keep going.
Anyway, podcast 2. You guys should come to Houston Con.
Houston Con.
Comicapalooza is fun. Sam Citizen says Nola. Look, I want to go to a Houston Con. I want to go to like every con. I want to go to San Diego Con. That's like the big.
That is the mecca. I think everyone knows that.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Everyone knows that.
Anybody who knows anything about cons knows
Yeah.
that is the best con.
Well, now that we're doing like Port City Games, I think we're going to try to look for more conventions. There's like small conventions here and there, whatnot. So we're going to try to hit some of the more smaller ones around whenever we can. But yeah, eventually one day we will try to go to the San Diego Con and try to do, I think it's 4 days instead of 3. I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That'd be really cool. I would love to be one of the guys that leaks a trailer for a movie or something. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are we lovers? Only when his wife isn't home.
I didn't know that. It does explain a lot, though. Anyways. So, yeah. I think that's it. Thank you for checking us out. What?
Yeah, that about wraps up our cast. Thanks for watching it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And we're going to be posting some more stuff tomorrow after we go to the con. And we're going to let you know about all the cool vendor information that's going on. We're going to have pictures of a bunch of cool artwork that everybody's going to be selling up there. Maybe you're going to want to come in and get some. But yeah, just check us out tomorrow. And thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
I'm Lumen FX.
Hey, I want some
okay, go!
I'm going to say a couple little words. anyways, I was gonna say support your local artist.
Mhm.
Okay, go around. One thing that I'm looking forward to tomorrow is the Moonbot artist. There's usually like 4 or 5 of them there. This right here, this awesome artwork was done by one of them. It was done by Kendra. She's really cool. Check them out. Go ahead and try to see local artists and try to support them, even if you can't purchase anything. At least get their name or whatever and try to get their Twitter and whatnot and try to see what they're up to. But other than that, yeah, I think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah, one more thing. Reckless Deckless, that is really cool. Dog food lid backwards is dildo of God.
Thank you for tuning into the Port City podcast.
Follow us on Twitter, check out our Facebook, send us a like, and share it with all your friends. We really appreciate y'all watching.
All right, cool. Take care. Game on.